Alright, I'm going to just try to start off with a lot of basic stuff for you. I'm not going to get too advanced or into detail as your silver, which I commend you for getting out of bronze within just 12 hours of in-game play. That is much quicker than it took me to get out of bronze when I first started. But let's go ahead and hop into this game. Your kickoff right here is fine. There's nothing wrong with you just staying on the ground, going to the ball. But what I always recommend people do is right on these kickoffs, as soon as you pick up this boost, you should probably stop boosting and then front flip forward. And then once you land after your front flip, do what you do right here, front flip into the ball. So that you tally 2 front flips on your kickoffs. That's what I personally recommend to everybody that I do analyses of. A kickoff is extremely good. Okay, right here, this is something that as silver I'm pretty sure you haven't thought about, but both of your teammates are up here trying to make a play, and you're sitting back here in goal. You definitely need to be playing up a little further here. I understand playing back. You want to be able to make a save if you need to, but you can make a clear, up here in this vicinity too. And if you're playing far up, you might be able to catch the opponents off guard if you manage to get a hard or just any kind of hit onto their side of the map. Because like right here and before, there's a lot of space between you and your teammates, and I just think you need to cut off some of that space. Not all of it, but some of it. You don't need to be on top of your teammates, but you need to be near them enough so that you can get ready to go for a play. I'm surprised you did this right here, or even that you know about this, but right here your back flip, you do a half flip cancel so that you turn around very fast and land on your wheels. That's very good. That's a good clear. Those good reflexes since you did that as soon as you respond. Okay, yeah, and that's just, it's silver. Anybody hitting a shot like that is very difficult and very surprising. You just need to work on the accuracy that you have in your shot. And that's something you can work on, in free play, or go into like a private match and put the game on a slow motion, or reduce the game speed to 50%. So that you're playing in slow motion and get the hang of just taking it step by step. Okay, right here, I don't think you should not have went for this ball. It didn't like give up a goal or anything, but your teammate turned around to go for the ball right here. So you and him both did what's called a double commit. It's where 2 teammates commit to hitting the same ball at the same time. So you and him right here are both trying to hit the ball. That's something that, at your elo especially, if you can learn to not do this, I think you can climb the ranked ladder very easily, because double committing like this is something that happens at every level, even as far as up as Diamond and Champion. And I honestly think if you learn how to not double commit more times than not, you will absolutely climb the ranked ladder very quickly. That was a good try at shooting since he had bumped your car. Okay, I just want to point this small mechanical thing out. You had a good hit right here. And you hit it over both of the opponents, but right here, you hit the ball right here off the top of your car. And something I think you need to try focusing on a little more, a lot of people need to focus on it more, is using the front part of your car to hit the ball more often. That's where you get a lot of power from, and you can control where the ball goes a lot more when you're using the front of your car to hit it. And you can also like use the corners, the front corners of your car, to hit it sideways, or to angle your car sideways to get a better angle. And I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do, but overall, just hitting the ball not on the top but down here on the front is very important, I feel like. Wow, he came all that way just to demolish you. That was a good clear. I really like this. I just want to point this out. You know, on this clear, you hit the ball as soon as it bounced off of the wall. I think that's very good, because if you allow the ball to come off the wall some more, that gives this guy an opportunity to get a shot on goal or to get a pass off to his team. And there again, you did your little half flip. That's very good. I'm surprised the Silver's out here doing that. And that goal was scored just... Let's reverse it real quick. Yeah, your team just wasn't in the position. And I mean, right here, you don't have any boost. That guy's closer to the ball. The chance of you actually hitting this is very slim. And that's just a goal because your teammates weren't in the correct position they needed to be in, and you couldn't get a hit on it, which is fine. I like that you cheated up on the kickoff. I think that's very good. I really like that you're doing this, especially at Silver, because a lot of people in Silver just kind of sit back, and if the ball, just rolls out this way or this way and it's very slow, I mean, you're right here. Oop. You're right here, and you're very close to the ball, if that's what it does. But right here, it bounces back, so this is your teammate's ball to hit. And right here, if you just notice, let's watch your teammates. Earlier I mentioned that you need to prevent yourself from double committing. Well, look right here at your teammates. They both went up for the ball. They both double committed. That's something, just want to point that out. That needs to get avoided at all costs, pretty much. That was a really good challenge. Oh man, yeah, here again, you need to try to hit the ball with the front of your car instead of the hood, the top of your car. Because right here, if you were okay, so I don't know if you're aware of this technique, but it's called double jumping. Because right here, you jump upwards right here, and then you front flip. If you would have used your second jump to jump up in the air and get more height on the ball, I think you would have been able to hit the ball and and be able to block this opponent's hit right here, which would have prevented this goal from getting scored. And on all your hits, you don't always have to front flip into the ball. You can just drive your car straight forward into it. That can oftentimes result in very hard hits. You don't always have to front flip into the ball to get a hard hit. Okay, right here you cheated up again. That's very good. You see, this is why I like cheating up. After this kickoff, you're right here, and you have control of the ball. Okay, and right here is just, this is something that you're only going to improve at this by playing more. You've only played 12 hours. So, I mean, there's a lot that you're unaware of, like this ball right here. Before it comes back, you've already jumped, as you can see right here. With this orange smoke right here at the ground, you've already jumped. So you jumped early, and then jumped sideways so that you got a weak hit on the ball. You rushed going to this hit. You went to it a little too fast. Right here, you still just need to take your time just a little bit to try to get this hit. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, so right here, I just want to point this out. The opponent is on the, right here, he's on the left side of the ball, and you turn to the left. So that gives him a very, good opportunity to just hit it right here past you. Right here, I think you should have turned to the right. Because he's on the left, you need to go to the right here. Okay, right here I want to point out, this is something that a lot of silvers do. Well, bronzes to plat. Right here, you're just driving backwards. One thing that you could do that would help you in controlling your car when you're going for blocks is to turn around and drive forwards instead of backwards. That's where the half flip that you've been doing comes in use. Right here you could half flip, or alternatively, you could power slide your car to turn around quickly. Okay, so right here is something that I just want to point out, that I don't expect you to make this kind of play, but it's something that I think that you should know, just recognize that right here, you could jump up in the air right here and go for an aerial, which is something that's going to take a lot of time for you to get used to. And as I'm pretty sure you already know, an aerial is when you jump up and boost towards the ball, so you're flying through the air, hence aerial. But if you would have jumped and went in the air and hit this earlier, because you jumped right here as the ball was touching the ground. But if you would have jumped, I think, a little earlier, I think you could have got a nice shot on net right here. And then right here is not necessarily a mistake, but something that happens a lot. Right here, as you see, your car goes into what's called supersonic speed. You can edit this in the garage at the main menu, but whenever you see this trail behind your car, that means you're at supersonic speed. That means you're at the fastest speed possible in the game. And right here, because you're going at the fastest speed possible, you drive just right past the ball and don't get that good of a hit on it. And right here, this is, you expect your teammate to hit this, and since he missed, now you've got to hit it. But now you've got somebody else trying to hit it, so this, back-to-back-to-back action right here. So you both kind of juked each other on accident right there. Wow. That's very, very good. There's no way you've only got 12 hours. This is very, shows you're very knowledgeable of the game. You turned off the ball cam so that you can look down here at the circle and see where the ball is. And because of that, you score. That's very, very good. And right here again, all the space that's between you and your teammates, you need to close this space. You should be sitting, up here or right here at the midfield line. Really, this is about where you should be sitting at this time, instead of back towards your goal right here. Because right here, you're not in a position to be able to make any plays. The only thing you're doing is being there just in case your teammates mess up and the opponents manage to get a really deep hit on the ball and you're back to prevent it from going into your goal. But right here, you just need to be playing up more, because you can prevent it from going in up here instead of back here. Like right here, this is an advanced thing that I just want you to be aware of. But taking into account what your teammates are doing, this guy was back here in the goal, and he's coming all the way back. So right now, your teammate's up here trying to score, and you have two people that are back on defense. Your teammate needs somebody to be up to help him, to help him try to make a play, to help him try to score. But both of you are sitting back, so. But I'm pretty sure you were sitting back because you don't want them to score. Because it's the end of the game. If they would have scored, they would have won. So I'm not hating on you for sitting back right there. No, you double jumped right there. I wouldn't have necessarily said you needed to, because I think you could have jumped up once and then front flipped into the ball. But your teammate came up and hit it, unfortunately. You got a piece of it, that's good. Okay, right here again, spacing that I mentioned. Look at all the space between you and your teammates. You need to be up here, in this area. That's drawn a little too far up. You just need to be up here around the midline, because the ball's up here on the wall, right next to the opponent's goal. You just need to be playing up a little more. And right here is where, if you were up here, you would have been able to go for this ball, as your teammate right here was coming back, and your other teammate is over here in the corner getting boosted and it's going to come back. So this ball would have been yours to go for if you were playing up. Alright, I want to point this other good thing out. Right here, I believe you take this path. Might be wrong, but you're picking up small boosts, which is very, very good, because you're not just tunnel visioned on the big boost pads that are right here in the corner that just respawned. There are plenty of other boost pads sitting around the map for you to pick up. Oh, that was close. Let's see what you were doing here. Okay, so I guess you were hesitant. I guess you thought you wanted to go for it, but then after you jumped, you realized you didn't want to, which is why you're just kind of flying or flailing through the air right there. Alright, see, this is good. A lot of people right here in this situation would, after they touch it right here, a lot of people would try to jump off the wall and hit it again, but instead you turn off ball cam and decide you need to come back. That's very, very good. Okay, I think you jumped extremely early right here. And this is also a thing where if you were up here in this area, you would have been able to score this a lot easier than from jumping way back where you jumped at. That was a very good clear. You should pick up small boosts right now. Okay, here again is you're driving backwards right here. Like right here, you just start driving backwards, and you need to turn your car around so you can control where you're going. That was a good little play with no boost. Okay, yeah, see right here, your teammate comes up, and then I don't know why your teammate's right there, but yeah, you jump and you're thinking about going for the ball. But right here, you don't need to be going for this because the ball is right here and you're way back here. That is a long ways to be aerialing. I think you need to work on your aerials by being closer to the ball when you're going for them. And I'm glad that you didn't go for this after you saw your teammate coming up. Oh wow. Go up and hit this. Awesome. Okay, so see right here is where when you're on the wall right here, you need to jump, do a double jump, like a flip off the wall to hit this ball. And this practicing and getting better at hitting the ball while you're on the wall like this is very, very difficult. I would recommend in free play, just hit the ball up the wall continuously and try jumping off the wall and hitting it. And that's something that's going to take hours of practice to get down, but that's absolutely something I think you should practice doing. And the biggest thing, you're silver. The main thing you need to worry about is not how you're rotating or how you're positioning. The main thing you need to worry about is your mechanics. And from what I've seen, your positioning and your rotating is very good for a silver. I just think, if you work on your mechanics, I actually think you can get up to around platinum just by improving your mechanics. Okay, and right here you went, again, very, very early for this ball. And both of your teammates are up, so right here you really don't need to jump for this. As you can see, teammate number 1 right there, and then here's number 2. You're the last line of defense right now, so you don't need to be jumping up trying to go for this. But I would understand, you're 3 minutes into overtime. I would want this game to be over. Oh, is that in? Nice. Very nice. So right here, he hit it straight to you. And you double jumped and did that. Alternatively, just so you're aware, what I mentioned earlier about instead of flipping into the ball, you can just drive straight into the ball. Right here, I think if you stay on the ground, just hit it right down here. I think you could have scored it that way too. But the power you get behind that hit is very, very good. And overall, you're really good to be a silver player, to be honest. But yeah, I just want to mention, work on your mechanics. Work on jumping for the ball, doing aerials, jumping and boosting to the ball. Work on the accuracy of your hits. Go into your trainings. Like, you can find some training packs or just do the standard trainings that Rocket League has installed in the game. And you don't necessarily need to go into like the aerial training and work on scoring the goals. you should just try working on hitting the ball. Get down to basics first. And I seriously think your rotations are very good. Your positioning is pretty good. And overall, you're just silver. Improve on your mechanics, and you'll absolutely climb in ranked.